My name is Mark Hodson. I'm a professor at the University of York in the Department of Environment and Soil Science. One thing I do is teach. So I give lectures, I run practicals, and that sort of thing. The other thing I do is research. So really, I use sort of bits of soil chemistry, bits of biology to answer lots of interesting questions and find solutions. A lot of the research I do at the moment evolves around earthworms. For example, how climate change, more frequent flooding or drought will have an impact on earthworm populations. So as you can probably tell, it's a long time since I was your age, so trying to remember what I wanted to do when I was your age is quite tricky. My parents tell me that I used to want to be a carrot farmer. Given that I now work on soils and agriculture, I guess I got pretty close to that. I also used to really enjoy writing, and I still do. And one of the things I enjoy about my job is that I get to do lots of writing. So yeah, I wanted to be a farmer and a writer, and I kind of do both of those things now. I guess at school I enjoyed English because I enjoyed the writing side of things. I enjoyed the sciences, that's why I kept with the sciences. A-level, I did sciences and maths. I enjoyed bits of the science. I say I enjoyed the sciences, I enjoyed bits of the sciences. And I always say the things I do now, like environmental science, it's all the fun, exciting bits about physics and chemistry and biology. So it's the bits that relate to the natural world. And I guess that's why when I went to university, I studied geology. So, you know, how volcanoes work, bits about evolution, bits about climate change. So drawing on those core sciences that I did at school, but missing out the boring bits. I won't tell you what the boring bits were. So in terms of what I enjoy about my job now as a university professor, I think fundamentally it's the variety. So I do a lot of teaching, and I enjoy that. I enjoy the performance aspect of that. You know, sometimes I'm lecturing to like 200 students or running practicals and keeping people engaged and interested. It's great fun. I enjoy that. But I also do research. I'm employed to teach and research. So I create new knowledge, and then I tell people about that knowledge and help them apply it. So I enjoy coming up with research questions. So interesting questions that puzzle me that I can then work out how to answer. Once I've done that, I sometimes get into the lab still or go out into the field, digging holes, collecting soil. So there's that variety of what I actually do when I'm doing the research. Then I get to write about it, so that sort of ticks my box of enjoying writing. Another good thing is it's important to communicate what you've found. So writing up your results so other people learn about them is good. But we also go and sometimes do field work in other countries, or we go and meet scientists in other countries at conferences. So I've done a lot of travel as a university academic as well. So a lot of my early research is something called a postgraduate. So this is after you've been to university for 3 years and then you do another 3 or 4 years doing research as a student. That involves going to Greenland for a lengthy period of time to take rock samples. I've done work in Turkey mapping the rocks. I've worked in laboratories in the United States, did some fantastic field work in Hawaii, and then some more field work looking at earthworms in volcanic islands in the Pacific, in the Azores. So the travel as well is really good. The challenges that I've had over my time, it can be quite hard work. So not everything you do works, so you have to be quite resilient. And although I'm employed by the university to teach and do research, I have to apply for money to do that research. And sometimes I don't convince those funders. So you have to be resilient and deal with setbacks and people saying no, and you just have to keep on working hard and trying again and celebrate the successes. Advice to people who want to do what I do, I think it's probably the same advice that I'd give to anyone who wants to do anything. Work out what you want and what you want to get out of life and then go for it. So it's important to work out what really interests you, what you want to do, and what your priorities are. Key things are you shouldn't do something just because you could, just because you can do it. You should do it because you want to do it. 2 other bits of general advice. 1, cope with the setbacks. They happen, you have to work around them and keep going. And the other one is don't spend too much time worrying about other people and how other people are getting on and what they are doing. Focus on what you control, which is what you can do and what you can achieve.